Hello, welcome back to Backyard Veggies. I'm just going to start today's video off by showing you around the garden, do a bit of a garden tour because we've done quite a lot of work over the weekend. So without further ado, I'll just turn the camera around and I'll show you what we've been up to. Right, I've put my strawberry planter there. Water feature, I've moved that and put that there. I've painted this trough here. It was green and I've painted it to match all my trellises, and we've just got some spinach in there. Not doing brilliantly yet, but we'll see how we go with that. And I just cover them up at night. I do. So that's that little bit. Then I've put a chair there. I've got my magnolia tree there. In the white pot there, that's my pear tree that I brought. I'll just spin you around this way. That's my seating area with the two trellis panels. I've got my apricot tree there, that's self-fertilising tree. And in the bottom, I've just put some of my onion sets in there. So I'll just take you down this way. I've got a planter there which I've had in storage. I've painted all that up. And then I've got, it's a lemonade bush there. And also a blueberry bush. They're both self-fertilising, and I planted them in ericaceous compost because they like acid soil. So that's my pear tree there. It's only a bit of a twig, but it's not going to be much, to be honest with you, with it only being its first year. So we've filled this bed up now. We've put the rotten logs in the bottom. Then we've put like a layer of topsoil, and then we've topped it with a bit of manure and a bit of compost. And I put my obelisk in this end because I'm going to have my climbing French beans in there. I think I'll end up putting a few of my onions in that far end. Then I've cleaned my bird bath out. I've got a planter there. I think I've got another one of them, so I'm going to put another one at the side of it, trim the lining down that's inside it, and I might put my carrots in one and put another one here and put some parsnips in. So in this trough, this is another Daphne. It's a different variety. I'm not sure what variety it is, but I just know that it's a Daphne. I've got some fritillaries there. They're the Crown Imperials, but they always come up blind. So I think they need to be planted deeper, to be honest with you. If they don't do anything this year, which I don't think they're going to do, I think I'm just going to take them out. And then I've got this shrub, which is a calmera, and it has like little pink flowers on it. It's all ready for coming into flower. It's not going to take that much longer. And I've put this tub down here. That's a beauty lawn. That's quite pretty when it flowers. I've got a jasmine there. Then I've got a few bits. It's a hardy geranium. That's a pink one. There's a fuchsia down there. That's all sprutting. There's a couple of foxgloves. I've got a scabious there. It's a yellow one, and that's a giant one. It is. There's my bottle brush there. What I've got, what I moved. On the back fence there, that's a variegated jasmine with little white flowers on. That's beautiful, with it being variegated. Got a Formian, New Zealand flax. There's a choice here, American orange blossom in there. And then there's just a few ferns down here. I've got a hosta coming up. We've still left the banana wrapped up for now. When we unwrap it, we'll do a video of that, of us unwrapping it, so we can see what it's like together. And there's my bamboo. It's a clump forming bamboo that we've got there. I've got this planter to still fill, which we'll get round to it. We've got time yet, we have. So that one's still got to be filled up. That one's filled up already. Got some onion sets to put in. Then round here, I've put some mint in this pot that's just started coming. I put some, finished this bed off, filled it all up, just in the same way as we did the last one. I've got some beetroot in there that I've put in. I've put some lettuce in. I know they're a bit close together, but I'm not bothered about that because, like I say, we've not got a lot of room, and we'll just pick it young and just keep planting more stuff. I've got some onions in there. They're mostly Red Baron, them ones. And then I've got another fruit tree here that I've put in, and I think a name on it, I'll tell you. I can't think of a name on it. I can't. I will put name on it on screen. I've got my potatoes in there chitting. They're the second earlies, which I'm thinking about getting them out this week because they're going a bit mad with chits. And then in there I've got some more lettuce. I have put some tomato plants in there, but I have covered them up as well. So they've come through a couple of nights, so we'll give them this week and then we'll see how they go. And I might bring my others out of house, but I don't want to lose them. I've got a bit of lettuce in there and my fig tree cuttings, and then I've got to put my sweet peas in. I need to get them in. And then I've got my sage and my thyme, which I need to put in. And then I've got 2 little rows of radishes in that pot. So I'm just going to start by putting a bit of this lettuce in this planter here, just to use it up really. Put like 2 in there, and then we'll just split this into 2. Yeah, just put a bit more compost in there as well. I'll put my stick in there. So that's that done. And then I've got this pot here, which I'm going to put these 2 herbs in. I've got my sage and I've got my thyme. It's bone dry, that is. I'll get a good water in when I've done it. Just tee its roots out a little bit. Just get a bit more compost. So that's that done. I planted them, so I'm just going to put this over here. That's going to stand there. It smells lovely, that does. And then I'll just bring you in a bit closer and show you. I'm just going to plant these few onions. So I'm just going to put these few onions in here with this this pear tree. I am. I think there's about 6. No, there's 7. It's a stone. Got 7 to put in here. I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put everything yet. Got big dreams and nowhere to put everything. That's a few more of them put in anyway. So that's them planted. Just got a bit of lettuce left. And then I've got these other onions. I might put these other onions in this big long bed. I might but I'm not going to do that today. I'll just have a good look round and see if I can find another gap where I can put a few more. And I'm going to plant my sweet peas. So I think that's it for this video. So we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now. Bye.